As an explanation for the title, I just feel like I could talk about a lot of stuff. I feel like it could be a silly little time or not, but I'm gonna let folks set the speed on it because I'm just so. Mm. You ever just watch a couple videos online and be like, that's enough internet for today? I think I've had enough. I don't usually feel like that, but yeah, I think I had enough internet for today. I think I gotta just talk to y'all and get up out of here. Um, you got STI testing. I love to see that. Hey, Ren. I'm just trying to say that like my energy is very much like we can really do some deep dives today, or we can keep it cute. However, folks are feeling. If folks need to just keep it cute, that's fine. If folks want to just drag Empire, I'm okay. I'm with it. But honestly, bitch, it's the way that, uh, babe, the winter really steals so much. It steals so much. I just want you to remember this boiled chicken before you. I just want you to just notice the boiled chicken. Because, baby, when that sun gets on me, bitch. Yup, that's right. I am oiling myself because I am trying to get fried up by the sun. That's true. Thank you. It's a dress, but nobody knows. Bitch, I hope you're having a good day too. Yes, I love to see that. You did not miss the sinners chat. We still haven't done it because I just posted the bootleg. If you go to my community post, there is a bootleg link. Very good bootleg. Great delicious bootleg. And I want to say thank you to Sidno. Sidno comes in here sometimes. They're the one who sent me the bootleg. Shout out to the black queer people. Cause my God, bitch, I don't know where to get a bootleg these days. Okay, because my mom used to buy DVDs off the corner. You feel me? So I don't know where to go for that at this point. But shout out to Sidno, Sidno Sounds. They're a musician. They make really beautiful music. I feel like vocally, I feel like very one of a kind. Like you ever just hear somebody and be like, yeah, like nobody sounds like you, and it's a great thing because it's like when do we hear? You know what I mean? Like every time somebody drops, somebody's new. People are like, oh, they sound like doo doo doo, and it's like, damn, you know, like that's tragic. Like you want to sound one of a kind. Um, at the barber shop, out the trunk, you missed that. I'm screaming, truly, truly. Bitches used to get all types of movies and DVDs off the bootleg man. That used to be a cute time in life. Now it's all digital. I wonder how the bootleg man is doing today. We losing so many things. Oh my god. Oh yeah, the bootleg man probably on the internet now, right? Right. He got to be online right now. He got to be online. He's smart. He's smart. He knew where to get a DVD before you could get a DVD. So he probably knew about the internet before we knew about internet for real. He probably was selling internet, bitch, at some point. So, but Ren, let me just make sure the coconut oil gets into my titties. Let me just protect. I have many necks to protect. Okay, that's all I'm going to think about in this moment. Um, I'm crying. Hey Stephanie, hope everyone's doing well. Like I said, I feel like I came here on some. If y'all want to talk about sinners, we can. But I really feel like not enough people have seen the bootleg link in the community post. If you go to my channel and go to posts, there's a bootleg link. It's great. It's a great link. Okay, there's nobody in it. It's a rip from the internet, so it's not camcorder. It's not that. Just putting that out there. I did watch it last night myself. Great quality. Great quality. I was streaming it in the Discord, but then my fucking computer died. So I said goodnight, sweet prince, and I laid the fuck down. Plus, nobody else was watching it with me, which not a problem. But I'm just saying, like, I feel like sometimes in the Discord, it might be fun to just like, watch something together. I know some folks are not going to be into that, but every now and then somebody might want to watch a movie and have someone talk about it with them. What up, Eric? I hope you're doing good. Thank you, coconut oil. 10 minutes before I got here. Honestly, I was so ashy, but you can't tell now. I love it. Um, but yeah, no, as I said, The energy is very much, I don't want to talk about sinners until everybody has seen it, because I feel like there's a handful of you that are always here and talking, and like if you ain't seen it yet, no shade. Like a man bought my ticket. I could not afford this, but the bootleg link, it works. But again, as I said, if folks aren't ready to talk about sinners, that's fine. We can talk about other stuff. There's so many other things to talk about. Actually, apparently, Miss Kamala is coming out, bitch. Did you hear? Did you hear? Miss Kamala said she coming out. Miss Kamala said she got something to say to Trump. I'm like, honestly, and this is just me. I want her to just get some food and hand it out to the people. Like, sweetie, this is the time to rebrand. Fuck talking to Trump. You lost. Not really, but the white people are giving it to him, clearly. So with that being said, go get some sandwiches and some snacks, bitch. Like, god damn. Not she gay. I'm crying. Here's my thing. If she was gay, it probably would help. But then again, I don't know why I be saying shit like that, because no, probably not, bitch. Like, child. And I know this is gonna be problematic, but she couldn't even pretend to be black and get the vote. Bitch, no shade. Like honestly, but like in retrospect, like we're liabilities. And I'm saying that with so much love. And it's like it's the way that people really keep on talking about Kamala, and it's like, leave her alone. Leave her alone. She needs to go and figure out her fucking identity. Cause you can't keep on saying you're black. You can't. It's not possible. And again, it's the way that black folks have so much pride for voting for her, and folks keep on talking about she's the black lady. She's not the black lady. And that's okay. Like, I really wish that we would have been able to hold that she's not the black lady, but anti-blackness is strong as fuck. But she wasn't willing to hold her whole identity. She also wasn't willing to hold that, like, she is privileged in white supremacy. Like, again, that's an important thing for us light-skinned mixed people. And as many black folks that voted for Kamala, there were folks who were like, and again, the ways that like you could vote for someone who is lying to you, and again, the ways that there were more white people acknowledging that she wasn't black, which was the wildest part of all of this. It's like, oh, y'all could see that she mixed? That's wild. That's a wild thing. And again, it's the way that white people be knowing I'm mixed. It's the way white people name me as mixed all the time. But I have to hold that, like, when you start holding on to black identity, that is a moment. And also, with that being said, when you're a mixed person and you are attempting to say you are a black person, you're attempting to hold status as a black person, you have to hold why the fuck you're in the room. And had she had a moment where she said, I'm mixed, this is, and again, how do we do that at that point? You know what I mean? At that level, like, you have to have believed that you are marginalized in some way. And I'm not saying she's not. What I'm trying to offer, though, is that had she been clear about being mixed and about not being a black person, having black ancestry, wanting to show up as an accomplice, asking if black folks could perhaps, chime in on things that they need and want. Like, again, there's ways, I think, to like be a mixed person and be in community and like say like, what folks are uplifting. And again, it's the way that she didn't have to do that. It's the way that there were so many black folks like, yeah, we're going to vote in the best interest of everybody. And again, it's the way that there are so many black folks talking about erasure so much that it's like, ugh, I don't know. I know some folks don't want to hear this part of it, and I feel like that's why I'm going to say it. Because I know some folks don't want to talk about it. I know some folks would rather just think, oh, like we could spend the next 4 years talking about how folks don't want to vote for a black woman. We can't do that. We cannot spend the next 4 fucking years gaslighting each other. Like, that's ridiculous. We can't do it. Sure. There's some white people that said they don't want to vote for the black lady. Sure. But let's be fucking real. Kamala's mixedness is what helped her in the black polls. Let's clock that. Let's be candid. Like people talk about how there's no real, how mixed is not a race. It is. And we cause a lot of chaos and confusion. And I personally believe that's what happened in 2024. I personally believe that that's why things didn't work out the way that folks thought they would. And I know some folks don't want to hear that, but again, had she been candid about being mixed, had she been candid about how, yeah, she's not a black person, but she fights for black people, that distinction is important. It's very fucking important. And again, she could have really modeled behavior, but again, I have to hold who is her fucking elders. That's what I'm trying to hold in this moment. I didn't delete my other lives. They still exist. You just gotta go to the lives. Oh, you mean the other two ones where they got held because um everybody hasn't seen Sinners and I was just trying to give people time. I know some people can't see it till this weekend, so I was just trying to hold space for that. But I know some of y'all are just like, bitch, post the fucking lives. Like you're not the first person to ask me about the last two lives. I'm gonna be real with you. I know I said some wild shit in those two lives. Like I know I said some wild shit, so that's another reason why they're being held for fucking review. For me, I'm gonna watch them again, a little bit more sober just to see, because I feel like at one point I may have referred to Harriet Tubman as a motherfucker, and I really felt crazy in that moment, and I apologize, but I was like, we can delete this. Like we can delete it. We don't have to have that out there. We can just we can delete it, because again, this is like really random and off fucking topic as hell. But for some reason, Facebook decided to slander me and remind me that 10 years ago I was active on the internet like a roach, and was like just telling me all these things that I had posted on Facebook. And for the most part, I was like, oh, that seems like a good thing to have posted. I was confronted with the news story about Rachel Dolezal and how they took part of my YouTube video and put it in a motherfucking news story, bitch. And what's the like? I don't want to say the worst, because I'll let you figure that out for yourself. But it's the way that I'm wearing the wig the bitch was wearing. It's the way that I low key almost look just like her. It's just one of those moments that I'm gonna remember when I'm dying. Like I just know it. I know there's a couple moments, like I told you the other day, I stole from Save a Lot and got caught and couldn't go back to Save a Lot. I'm gonna remember that too. I'm gonna be like, those pies were not fucking worth it. Like they weren't. It's beautiful out today. Like it's windy as shit. Like it's a good day for a kite. If you're a kite hoe, it's a good time. But I'm gonna stay in the house. Elders love the one drop rule. She claimed mixed and six was elite. If she claimed it, folks would have been like, she don't want to say she black. You see, and that's the other part of this. Is like there are so many of us mixed people who think like that. And I used to think like that, but at the same time, I can't lie because somebody is going to assume that I don't want to be black. Like that is their idea. That's what they're seeing. They're seeing. I feel like that's okay. Like I feel like that's, at least for me. Hold on, I have to close some tabs because I'm one of those bitches that have 1,000 tabs open for no fucking reason. Like I'm really out here. It's bad. It's real bad. Bitch, it was only 3. What up, Eric? I hope you're doing well. Here's my thing. We can keep saying she was the best person for the job. We can keep saying that, or we can acknowledge the things that went wrong in her campaign. Like again, it's like, are we talking about who was the best for the job? No, we're not. And I'm not trying to play you. I'm just saying people keep wanting to say she was the best for the job. That don't matter. That's not what matters here. What matters is how we're conducting ourselves. Because again, even if she would have said that she's mixed, who knows? Like I just feel like that's the other thing too. There are many mixed people sounding off about how they're not black, about how they're a mixed person, about how they're mixed as a whole identity, biracial whole identity. Like she just was in the wrong mindset for the time, because there are people, like just like when they say like 92% of black women voted, that's not including mixed women. I need y'all to hold space for this. That like there are a bunch of people who do not click that box, who do not fit in that, and who are not in that, and who are not trying to be disrespectful or erasing. So we have to hold that there were people who saw a mixed person who we know is mixed, very obviously pander to blackness. That is a moment. And unfortunately, as we were saying in the live, I believe yesterday, we were talking about how like race baiting is a thing. And unfortunately, as someone who wasn't intentionally doing it, I have to hold that like there were moments where I was how I feel about white supremacy, and I really could have just shared someone black's thoughts, but in the moment, I'm thinking that I'm the black person that has the things to say. So, with that being said, there's a part of me that feels like Kamala's energy up there is one that is part of a psychological operation. There are little black girls that think Kamala's a black woman. Do you not see the push? Do you really not see the push at this point? Kamala is now a black woman. That's the push. Now she's no longer mixed. Now, even if she is mixed and we know that, that doesn't matter. And now she will use blackness as a grift completely. And again, I'm not saying that to make anybody black feel uncomfortable, but if you feel uncomfortable, feel your feels. But that is a part of this. This was a psychological operation. Kamala doesn't matter. But now we're all agreeing seemingly that Kamala's a black woman. Think about what she looks like. Again, this was deeper than just getting Trump in office. It was also displacing and erasing black women from visibility again. And we talk about it in movies. We talk about it in shows. We talk about it historically. But in our faces, a mixed woman got up there and was unchecked. Who are her elders? Who could have told her to stop? And again, it's the way that there were so many folks who are like, yeah, like you can be black if you're this much black. Like it's awkward because again, it's the same conversation. And again, this is for anybody who doesn't want to hear a Sinner spoiler. I'm gonna say something about Sinners, and it may, you may not want to hear that. But there's a character in the movie who is mixed, and like it's the way motherfuckers want to bring up Octoroon and Quintaroon, and it's just like, damn, like this is all a part of the project of white supremacy, because one thing that I'm realizing after watching it is that there are white people who need to feed, like that's the thing. It's like when I think about like Quadroon, Octoroon, like we're acknowledging that whiteness is eating blackness. That's what we're acknowledging. And I'm sitting with that right now in real time. It just hit me like looking at, like I'm on Threads right now. If you go to my Threads account, it's ridiculous. All my replies are silly. But there's a person who was showing a picture of people who were like up to like 1/8 white and 7/8 black, like all these words. And like I looked into it for myself because I was like, I wonder if there's a racist term for like how I'm mixed. There is. It's called fucking griff, which is like actually not even accurate because again, I was operating at the time like my mom is a full white person and she's not, and then I'm also operating like she's biracial and she's not, like she's multi-generationally mixed, and that's just that on that. And so with that being said, like the ways that like there's all these words created to let us know that is not a black person, and this person's trying to fight with me and be like, no, somebody that even is 1/16 black is still black. They were still black in 1930s. And it's like, no, they weren't. They were able to get on a train and go somewhere else and be white. Whiteness is honestly very much based on location, based on proximity, based on behavior. Like whiteness is not just how people look. I've been white before. Like I literally have to hold that, like I'm still battling with whiteness internally. So I just feel like with that being said, like whiteness is not just how someone looks. And we know that Kim Kardashian becoming famous, many people like tried to like exotify her in a particular way. But at some point it was very obvious. She was invested in gaining whiteness. She was invested in being eaten. And we saw that when she got blonde, when she started being like the white point of interest in Kanye's videos, like his muse. Like it's the way that they created a new white woman in front of our eyes. Again, it's the way that whiteness don't gotta be pale. It don't. And it knows that it don't want to be, because it's the way that white people be tanning like hardcore. Again, it's the ways that like whiteness knows it does not like itself. Whiteness knows that. That's why whiteness goes out of its way to, brown up, fuck black people. You know what I mean? Like I heard a white person say one time that they don't want to be like this. And it had me like looking at them kind of crazy, because they have been basically saying that they don't want their, like they're basically talking about their child. Talk about fucking a black person because they don't want to give their baby what they got. And I'm like, bitch, not whiteness is a disease. Like, dang, babe, like I'm telling you, sometimes proximity to whiteness means that they be saying shit. And like it's the way white people have told me candidly, they don't want their babies to go through what they're going through. And I'm like, baby, what? On some real shit, I wish I could insert a GIF right now because I want Nene Leakes looking disgustedly at Kenya Moore saying, I know that dress don't got you thinking those type of shit like that. Like again, it's the way that I don't understand them, but I be trying, but then I be like, oh, like you hate yourself. And again, it's the way that like we talk about narcissistic abuse and shit like that. We talk about motherfucking psychopaths and fucking sociopaths. Like we talk about all this fucking behavior that again, like, woo, rooted in the hate, rooted in the shame. Exactly. What up, Fable? And see, Ren, that's the thing. Like, best for the job, best for the empire. And again, the empire needed a Trump. They're like, baby, like the money is not moneying like it used to. And it's not because there's not enough resources. It's because they're hoarding it so damn bad that in their minds, they're like, we gotta quadruple, quintuple motherfucking earnings. It's like, sweetie, that don't even exist. Like, it's the way that they want to capitalize off of every living thing. And again, we should have known something when they put water in the bottle. Instead, it's going to be 350. Like, we should have known something. You know what I mean? It's the way that the time to revolt was a while ago, but bitches could be late. Bitches could be late. That's just where I'm at. I just feel like on some ADHD shit. I feel like on some autism shit. Like, bitches could really be late. Like, we could be a little delayed. And so I'm just trying to hold that, like, what's happening right now, us talking about this, us being candid about this system of harm, us talking deeper about race and science and eugenics, like, that's important. Again, it's the way that, like, there's times where we may think that we're not doing enough to be engaged citizens, and sweetie, the rent is due. That meat about to go bad. Like, sweets, like, there's 1,000 things. Back in the back, bitch, they had cheese wrapped up in a fucking napkin, sweetie. Back in the day, motherfuckers would have a piece of cheese wrapped up in a fucking handkerchief. Like, I'm telling you, it's the way that we have like evolved in a way that has really given us so many options to just not get it. It is frustrating as fuck. Like, there are people that wake up and they don't have not even a fucking piece of cheese. And again, it's like food is here. So it's very much a planned obsolescence, a planned torture, a planned lack. And so it's very easy to think like, I'm just not doing enough. I'm just not getting to the money. And again, there's people out here talking about they want to be rich still. And it's just like, do you really? Damn. Whew. I don't know. It's like I love the aesthetics of some of this shit, but mm-mm-mm. But her skin does matter. Like, if your daughter is a mixed person, Mark, then it makes sense for you to acknowledge that, like, your daughter has privilege. And if people are racist towards her, then it's probably not just her. Like, for a lot of us mixed people, when we experience anti-blackness, we are able to talk about it immediately and it gets solved and handled real quick. And so I want us to just hold that, like, if your daughter's ever going through something anti-black, definitely center her and hold space for her, but also do your due diligence. If your child is experiencing anti-blackness, look around. Are there black children around as well? They probably are as well. So maybe reach out to their parents and see if there's a culture of violence. It's very rare that it's just the mixed child being attacked or harmed. And it's very rare that it is the mixed child being attacked or harmed. Not saying it's never. Just saying that it's more often the deep dark skinned child who is unambiguously black who is being harmed. And so let's just be candid that, like, if your daughter's ever, seeing some racism, make sure she knows, like, it's not just about her, that she's not the target, that she will get hit, but she's not the target. And I feel like that's one of the most important things that I think any mixed person can share to another mixed person or a white parent of a mixed child. Let them know, yeah, you're gonna get hit, but you're not the target. And so it's important to acknowledge that, yeah, people are gonna dehumanize you. That is true, and it's fucked up, and it's not right. But if it's not right for you, consider that it's really not right for anybody, especially people who don't look like you. People who, again, are maybe chosen after you for things involving their culture. We just have to speak like that. Because if we don't want to see Amanda Stenbergs anymore, we have to actually get to the root of it. And the root is the parents. You have to be willing to tell your mixed child that they have to stand for more than just themselves. I'm crying, bitch. It's laundry day. And this is how I'm coming, bitch. I'm putting the quarters in the machine and I'm just gonna go outside and have a cigarette. You feel me? This is my laundry day outfit, baby. This the only thing that's really clean, bitch, because I ain't had my titties out in a while because it's been gray outside. But yeah, no, the weather is really nice. There's so many flowers blooming. Like the person who we rent from, there's so many flowers in the front yard. I want to pick them and put them in my hair so bad, bitch. But I know the white people gonna be looking at me, so I gotta do it at night. I don't want them to see me doing nothing, bitch. I don't want nothing, because bitch, that's why I be screaming in here. It's why I be bugging out in here. I know they probably think something's going on with me, bitch, but no. I'm just looking for existence, bitch, and I want to scream sometimes. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, talking about we don't check athletes and actors, we care more about skin and knowledge. I feel like that's a way to shut down conversations around being a mixed person and being privileged. And I want to just check that for a moment, you know? Because when I'm talking about this, I'm carrying this message. I'm aware because people are telling me that I'm having a different experience. And when I look at the data, when I look at my experience versus what I'm being told, I can see it very clearly. So I want to be candid with you that like you being a steward of a mixed child does mean something. And I try to tell whenever y'all pop up on me, because there's been another one, there was another one a couple weeks ago who was talking about, they're a mother of five and she don't know, no, she don't see color. And I had to tell her, like, you have to see color. That's imperative. You cannot walk around acting like everybody experiencing what you're experiencing. And on top of that, you coming in here and talking to me that way means that you have to be candid about, what your child is telling you and what you're hearing from them. Because again, like it's the way that like this woman has a bunch of biracial children, but was talking to me trying to make it seem like I'm a good white lady. I'm raising some good mixed children. And it's like, well, how so? Because you're talking about you're colorblind, meaning you don't even see your kids. That's not good. And your kids don't even see you because you're not being candid about how your whiteness is impacting shit. So again, I don't purport to know how to talk to mixed children for real, but I do want to say that there were a lot of moments where somebody should have told me something. And a lot of times people are just telling me you're black and then telling me what I shouldn't be doing. Like that's another layer to this. Is like as much as like I was being reaffirmed in my blackness, I was also being told black people don't do this. Black people don't do this. And I'm like, okay. And so again, it's the way that I started to see that like, okay, there's things that I just can't be doing. If people see me doing it, then that's not good for me. Like, again, that's not a good thing for me. People can't see me out here. And again, it's the ways that I'm a whole mixed person in my mind, thinking about, damn, is this Caucasian? Damn, is this giving white ancestor? Like, literally, and again, babe, I'm breaking silence because it's a lot of us out here who, again, are hearing that we're black and are like, okay, and we're going along a script, and then we're fucking up, we're fucking up, we're fucking up, and we're gonna always fuck up because we're not black people. And so again, the ways that me telling my mom like you're not black was a moment for her. Me telling her I'm not black was a moment for her. Her telling me I'm stupid was a moment for me because again, it's the way that I'm like, oh, so you need me to perform so you can perform. Got it. So again, it's the way that I have intimate experience with white passings, quadroons, octoroons, all those rooms. Yeah, because they're my family. And the ways that they operate really is based on their desire. If they desire a white person, they're going to act white. If they desire a black person, they're going to act what way? You already seen it. You've seen it. But Medusa, hey boo, I hope you're doing well. Thanks, you appreciate that. Sometimes I walk past and act like I don't see it, but yes, the conversation has to continue. Again, the conversation has to start in your home. Like as soon as you decide to, procreate with somebody who doesn't look like you really have to ask that person what we telling the baby. Cause it's really wild to me that people get fuck and don't look nothing alike and don't have no game plan for when they have a baby. It's wild to think. Like, bitch, I'd be like, bitch, like, I just can't even imagine it. I can't imagine it. That's another reason why I don't have kids, because it's like, bitch, it's a toss up. I could really have a white baby. And then I just feel like it would be hilarious, but also traumatic because, again, it's the way white passings really don't see it. They really don't see it. And they're protected from seeing it. And they go out of their way not to listen because they don't have to. Because they can go be white. They can get on the train like Mary and go be white again. So with that being said, like I can't go be white in terms of like switch how I look, but I can like look more ambiguous. And so that's another layer to this is that like there's a layer of escape for people who are not black. And so we have to hold that in this conversation. We have to hold this all the time that like being mixed, being non-black, having mixed ancestry, having mixed family members, being a part of a mixed lineage, like yeah, that means we're privileged in this society. And it also means that there are people who will will make a new category for our humanity. Like there's probably so many white people who are like, well, she cool because she got a white mama. Probably. They've never said that shit to me. But I'm sure that like my proximity to a white mama, white granny, probably does make somebody feel like I can trust you. We can talk about white people stuff. And again, it's the way that like whiteness is never stretching to you. You have to stretch to it. So it's the way that like white people will never learn. They don't need to. They know that people are going to learn about them, learn about their culture, share with them, stretch to them, meet them. And this is only information I could gather because I've been listening to Black women talk about the erasure that us mixed people are doing. And it made me really think about like ways that I've been in spaces and how I operated and what people said to me and what I did next. And ways that I either shrunk and was like, okay, like I know now not to fuck with you, but I'm still in the fucking spot. It's the way I never disrupted. It's the way I never got on the mic. It was like everybody in here racist. You know what I mean? It's the way I never took out, you know, the anger in that space. It's the way that I left and like felt it and shared it with community. It's the way that like in that moment, you know, what could it have been if I would have pushed back? And again, it's the ways that like sometimes, a lot of times, people think that they're in danger and they're just afraid of like not being a part of the group that people are they're assumed to be in. And so I have to hold that as well, that like the times that I didn't speak up was because in that moment I'm like, oh, if I speak up, then I'm this, then I'm no longer connected to you. So I'm going to sit back because I want to be connected to you for whatever fucking reason. And it's the way that we were already disconnected. It's the way I didn't even see it like that. I didn't even see that we were disconnected already by what the fuck you think and you told me. That moment was a disconnection, not me deciding to disconnect from you. And again, it's the way that like there are times where like we may think we got away from somebody, but did we? Or did we get away, or did they reveal fully who they were and we never knew who they were? Like it's layers to connecting with people and like figuring out like what works and what is real. Mm, mm, mm. I mean, I appreciate you for saying what you're saying, truly, but it is also the way that people want you to. It's just the way that recently I've seen white people like really assuming that people are being racist for being aware of white supremacy. And it's awkward AF because it's the way that I remember white people just blocking. Now they're telling you that you're racist for acknowledging that they've been historically anti-black. And it's like, ooh, we're there. Damn. You know, it's one of those rats. You know, that's where you're at. You're at a point where you think that. What do you do? What do you really do? Like I'm just at a point now where it's like nobody can help white people. White people have to actually ask for help. And again, who the fuck want to help them? That's the thing. That's the thing. It's very much giving like, why would we help you, bitch? And it's very much you need help. And it's again, it's the way that like again, I'm not accusing any one community of saying this, but it's the way that a lot of us want white people to go out there and tear shit up. But these motherfuckers ain't got no sense, bitch, because they ain't never had to have sense. So it's like they tear it up and then what? They gonna get that bounce house. They gonna get all the silly little pleasurable things that they want. They're not going to consider nobody else. Like again, it's the way that once white people overthrow it, what's next? And I fear, I fear the white people, getting outside because right now they're just dancing around thinking it's fucking Coachella. But whiteness is terrifying. Like when you really think about it, it's the way they outside. Like, are we doing it right? Man. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah. True, but it's hard. You're black and your daughter's adopted from your daughter who is in jail. So the conversation gets hard, but I don't understand what really to say. I hear you, Mark. I feel like what might be helpful is to look into colorism conversations because I feel like that might at least give you a framework that is rooted in like protecting black women from your mixed daughter versus trying to uplift her and being mixed because I have not seen any mixed creators create anything of worth. It's unfortunate. But I've yet to find it. So that's why I'm offering that look for black folks who are sharing content about colorism. Definitely ask to join Patreons, especially with the spirit of what you're bringing. Like you want to help your child. That's great. See if they are in the space to be facilitating that with you or for you. See if that's the appropriate space because it may not be. The Patreon may be, paid for, but it may be a completely different energy or maybe it's in depth in a way that you don't need. So I want to be candid. Like look into people who are offering paid services, paid offerings. I want to say one of my favorite content creators is Colorism Healing. I would say check them out because I know that they have paid options. So just consider that. But yeah, there's information out there, especially if you're trying to help a mixed child like not be a op. Like I'm grateful to hear that. And again, I would definitely just keep on looking for information on pigmentocracy and try to again remember that like we're wanting to center the experiences of deep dark skinned people. We're not wanting to center the experiences of us mixed people because again, our experiences are going to be wayward. They just are. They just fucking are. Like her being mixed is going to be a different experience than a black person. And that's just on period. Being mixed, having mixed ancestry, it does put you in a different space. And again, I know some people don't want to hear shit like that, but I think it's important to know that there is no black person doing anything wrong or unworthy, truly. Like that is all fake. And so because of the fake shit that a lot of folks are taught, a lot of folks are fucked up mentally. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, truly. But a lot of people, including white people, are unwell in a way that's not fun to talk about on the internet because it materializes in genocide. So let's just be candid that there are a lot of us out here who mentally are taught things that are untrue. Because why? They allow us to maintain supremacy. They allow us to maintain hierarchy. They allow us to maintain delusion. So let's just keep that in mind that there are reasons why people believe certain things and hold on to them for dear life. Because for them, that gives them what? Privilege, proximity to whiteness, access to things. Like this is an important thing to consider because not everybody is thinking deeply about this. And some folks may think folks are thinking too deeply. And I just want to hold for anybody out there that's not a light-skinned person, that's not a deep dark-skinned person, and you feel like you're in the middle of the convo, let's just consider that colorism affects the deepest, darkest skinned folks the most. That is who is the most marginalized. Just like disability and ableism affects people for the most part that are the most marginalized, meaning people with invisibilized disabilities are not the most marginalized disabled people. People who are visibly disabled, who need aids or even other people that signify that they need support and that they need accommodation, those are the people most marginalized. Obviously, if me and you have ADHD and autism, we're disabled too, but we have a different disability journey and experience and privilege in this country because when people look at us, they don't see someone disabled. Not looking disabled is a privilege. Not looking black is a privilege. Not being black is a privilege. Being confused for black is still a part of privilege. And I know some folks don't want to hear that, but I want you to consider how many people you thought was black that were not black. I want you to consider how you only know about them because what? fame, fortune, money. Just consider. Thank you, Mark. Just consider that. Consider how many people you might have thought were black or had some black ancestry and they really didn't. And how maybe that compels you to listen to them or check for them or like them. I just want to hold space for the fact that I thought Pink was black. I did. I have a white passing mom. Let me be. Let me be, bitch. I don't think that anymore, obviously, but it's the way I thought Pink was black. Absolutely. I know I'm not the only person. But again, it's the way they marketed her as black because she was rock and they didn't think that she could hold rock with her sultry voice. Meanwhile, just like a pill, bitches love that shit. Like people love when Pink went rock. I personally love the first album, but I know that I love it because I love black women's vocals. I love black music. I love R&B. I love soul. That's why I like it. I like it because L.A. Reid, played me. I like it because he stole. Like I like black women. Like, and that's why I like Robin's first album, bitch, because she was out here stealing. So again, it's the way that like people won't hold that like us mixed folks, like we be involved in a lot of shit, cause a lot of confusion, make some money though, make somebody else some money though. And so, with that being said, the money aspect in the movie, I know that we're not really doing spoilers for real, but like people keep talking about the capitalism in the movie, and it's just like, it makes me think of this TikTok where this person said, finding out how to make money before you find out what you really want to do is a curse. And it was really frustrating because it's like, damn, like learning how to make money doing something that you really don't like, but knowing that there's something you really love, but you can't do it because you're so busy doing the thing to make the money. Hell, hell and torture. Hell and torture. But again, like capitalism, what is it not doing? Like, what is it not doing? It's not making us feel more comfortable, truly. Like, when you get money, as soon as you get money, you gotta go somewhere. As soon as you get it, you gotta go somewhere. Hmm. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Um, hmm, I don't know. I feel like I really can't wait till everybody has seen the movie Sinners. I really can't wait till we get to the point where people don't feel bombarded because it's the way that like being on threads. One of my friends was like, bitch, thank you for the bootleg link because it's the way I gotta see it now. I was like, I'm telling you, it's very much giving cultural phenomenon. So I don't want anyone to feel crazy that they couldn't pay to go see it 57 times like everybody else talking about they're doing. I know I can't. So if you can watch the bootleg 57 times, I'm so excited for you, Talia. I hope you enjoy yourself. It's definitely an interesting movie. I feel like my biggest critique is that it should have been longer. It should have been a series. It being a movie really pissed me off, but I feel like that's the thing perhaps about it too, is that like I'm pissed because I wanted to see more of their good day. And what would a series really give me? Like maybe that's the point, is that like the good day was so little, but it still was meaningful. It was so meaningful, like the desire to see more of that. Maybe that's part of it. Like art's supposed to make you feel shit, right? And I believe it was successful. But I don't know. I think a lot of people are they're affected by it. I remember somebody from the chat was telling me that they don't think that the movie was all that. And I was like, hmm. And again, it's not me trying to disparage the movie or bring it down. I'm just trying to offer that like I don't know. I'm on the fence. Like on one hand, it's like I really wish there was more, and which means like it was successful, right? But I feel like that desire for more has led me to just think about how the story was told, and there's times where I'm frustrated at the storytelling, but I'm gonna watch it a couple more times because I really feel like there's movies that you can watch one time and it just makes sense. You just get it, and then there's movies that are made and you're just like, hmm. And I feel like there's a couple movies like that for me. Like I feel like V for Vendetta. I love that movie so fucking hard. Like that movie is just like there's just something about it that's so beautiful. But obviously, it's terrifying at this point. But I really do appreciate that movie because it does make me think about just all the ways some of us get removed from society. You feel me? Like some of us get taken from gen pop, and we're experimented on. And I feel like sometimes it's not so clear cut. Like sometimes people ain't fucking trying to create a vaccine out of your blood, but some people did that to some people ancestors. But it's the way that like you survive something and the survival only makes you more strategic in a way that is to your downfall. And I feel like I love the aspect of him like wanting to destroy the symbols of fascism and tyranny in the midst of him trying to get liberation for himself. But there are moments where I wonder, like, what was that like to build such an elaborate scheme that Todd set up to bring to bring Candy the bullshit? Like, I'm just like, what was that like in the midst of wanting to kill every motherfucking body that fucked with you and played with you? You actually channeled that into trying to save motherfuckers. Like, good God. Like, I feel like that's why I love the movie essentially, is that at the end of the day, they were like, hold up. Cause yeah, they fucked with me, but I'm getting them for everybody. Like I just feel like that's what I love the movie for. Is that it's like no. Like you really got me fucked up, but you actually also got the whole set fucked up, and they don't even know that you got them fucked up. So I'm gonna have to beat your ass extra hard. Like I'm gonna have to do something real. Well, I'm gonna have to actually send a message, ho. Like I live for that aspect of it. I live for the Evie aspect. I live for the torture aspect and the way that she really ain't no shit, but she was like, fuck it, I ain't even gonna make up no lie. You know what I mean? And again, it's the way that at some point you might have lied. You might have said, oh, he over here, he over here. Like, you know what I mean? It's the way that you might have. But again, it's the way that like that movie just again reminds me that like all this shit is like put here. Like we literally like they putting shit in place to make you react a certain way. It's very wild to think about how like the world like they set it up to be this and you react to it and they gaslight you and they tell you no you can fight for something more and it's just like bitch. And it makes me think of the negotiation in the movie and like how like somebody gonna offer you 10 cents. Do you believe you worth 50? And bitch, will you take 20? I don't know. It's a lot of layers. It's a lot of layers. The movie feels like it should have really been a slower beat. But again, that's my greed. That's my greed, bitch. Because it's like, I wish they would have slowed it down for me a little bit and they would have gave me more time. But I feel like that's the whole fucking point. That's the whole fucking point. Is like, we don't have a lot of time. And even if you having fun, you better have it. You better have all of it. You better have all the fun you want to have, bitch, because there's somebody white around the corner just plotting for no fucking reason. I mean, they made up a reason, bitch. But it's like, that's it. Like that, like it's so sick, but it's like the movie is so beautiful, but the warning is very clear, bitch, have fun now. Have fun now. Like, do it now. Like, don't feel like you gotta fucking be for anything else. And again, I think about that too. I think about how like the whole movie, motherfuckers was trying to have fun. Like that's the thing about it. Motherfuckers was trying to have a good time. Like literally brought all the shit that equals a good time. Was spent the whole day setting it up the night. And it makes me think about community and how you tell a couple people and everybody know. Yeah, the movie is great. The movie is really great. It's a really great movie. Listen, we're still waiting to talk about Sinners. I'm trying to dance around it a little bit because there's so many moments in the movie, and again, I can't really go all up into it. But I will say this: I've been trying to share threads about it on my story for people that have already seen it. Just things that really had me thinking because I feel like at some point we're gonna have a convo about it. In the Discord, there's a Discord that I created called People Online Who Want to Talk. At this point, there is a Sunday BIPOC. There's a Sunday BIPOC dinner that's been happening, and so if you are a person who is a part of BIPOC and wants to come through. The rules are no anti-blackness, no trans misogyny war, and no shaming. And so with that being said, we are, and when I say we, me and some other folks of color and one white person are talking about what it looks like to create a people online who want to talk for people who are interested in allyship and accompliceship. Because again, there's energy in the Sunday night dinner that is so beautiful that I definitely don't want to disrupt, and I want to keep it the way it is because people are liking it, people are giving me feedback about what's making them feel safe, which is great. But I also know, like, I have privilege, y'all. Like, I gotta get these white people. I gotta get them to come together. Like, I gotta talk to them. And again, I'm not trying to be a white whisperer. That's not me. But I am trying to just be acknowledging that there are white people who will hear that somebody got a white mama and is talking. Just like there's people who hear me talk about my mom and are like, damn, I'm a mom. Let me pay attention to like how I don't hurt my child. It's like sometimes we have experience with something that somebody may need, and so there are going to be white parents who hear me and are like, shit, I'm not doing enough. And that's great. We love to see that. How great. Because unfortunately, there's not enough mixed elders who are on point in terms of like considering that we don't know shit and that we had to go and figure out the information. We had to go ask someone, we had to go pay someone, we had to go and listen to someone. Like those things are part of being a mixed person. I don't have all the answers, but people will share with me a lot more than black folk, and black folk will share with me a lot more than they would share with white folk. So I have to hold that like there are ways that mixed folks can operate that don't harm folk and that absolutely bridge gaps between information. But to bring it back to sinners, there's a character who's white passing and she don't know how to do that. She never asked enough questions. She's not a safe person to connect with. And so they can't even ask her for shit. The entire time they were telling the white passing bitch, please leave. They kept saying, you are a liability. Go. And it's the way that like I have to hold that like my mom is the liability. She is. And I didn't see it that way. I kept on trying to hold space for her, kept trying to love on her, but it's the way that she could switch up at any moment. It's the way that she could be a white bitch anytime. It's the way that she is a white lady. But she'll code switch on me and bitch in retrospect is very sophisticated. And it's again, some people won't see it that way. Some people will say that, oh, she just light skinned and she's not. I have to hold that like my mom is white. And again, it's the way that she was fighting to not be white. I wasn't fighting to make her be mixed. I wasn't fighting to make her be black. I was never doing that. It's the way that I could tell from the emotion that she had in her energy. She was very upset. As I've said before, she would check that I wasn't telling people she was white. So, with that being said, if you're telling your children, like, yo, you're not telling people I'm white, right? That is an awkward moment. And again, it's the way that I would tell people she's white because I did not want to go into all, like, I felt like it was exotifying to tell people, oh, well, my grandfather is this and that, and his father. I was like, bitch, that's a lot. I don't want to. And again, it makes me think of like that moment where Ice Spice and Cleotrapa got into it, and Ice Spice had said something along the lines as like, when people said I wasn't black, you could have at least said I'm Nigerian. And it's the way that I saw it so clear that like some of us are really just like a reminder, like we exist as a reminder to folks who are white, that we're supposed to be telling people about them. We're supposed to be letting people know, no, 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 she cool. Again, I really feel like that's part of the movie. That man said, bitch, I ain't telling people you cool for the rest of my life. But he wanted to in the end, obviously. And I feel like that's another layer to this too, is like in the end, like who got to exist? Like I feel like that's why I'm really holding back because there's a lot to say about the movie. There's a lot to say, but I'm really not trying to do too much because I know y'all are gonna see it. I know y'all are gonna see it. And I don't want y'all to like, I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to fuck with y'all, but I'm telling you, it's a lot. Hey baby, how you doing? Thank you, Trilly. She wasn't even directly Nigerian. Her dad took a 23andMe, and that's how she found out. Ooh, yikes. Yikes, 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 yikes. Again, even that whole moment between them was insane. that whole moment was wild because it's like you really are mad that she wasn't telling people you was black. Like, are you okay? And we know you're not, but it's the way that like being mixed is not enough. Like it's just not enough. And it's unfortunate because again, I want to just speak from my own experience as a wayward light skinned person who was in black folk business and in black folk spaces because insert white passing mama who's in there. And clearly, you know what I mean? Again, it's like in retrospect, yeah, probably a fetishizer, probably a pick me shit, definitely a bird. I know my mom is a bird for sure, but it's the way that like I'm not in her business like that. I'm seeing some crazy shit, but I just again the way me and my mom don't look nothing alike, and the way black men treat her is not how they treat me. So I do not have the same experiences at all. And even when she was with black men, we did not have the same experience. They were not kinder to me, nicer to me. In fact, they were very mean to me, and it's awkward because I feel like the energy was my mom telling them, "I got some baby's kids, and I need you to punish them." My mom really didn't want to put hands on us. Because if she did, she would be way too wild. Like my mom really didn't know how to put hands on people because I'm not saying that anybody should put hands on people. What I'm trying to say is there wasn't no spanking. I understand some people will never spank their kids, and I'm grateful to hear that. But some people will swat a booty. My mom will cut a fucking cord off a fucking iron. At the end of the day, some people are doing not even some if you put your hands on your kids, fuck you. But also, when I think about like when people think about whoopings, some people really think it was okay. Like some people really got some ass whoopings that they think was fine. I don't want to fight with you. I'm just trying to offer that like some people mama was like beating them and they was hitting them on the neck. You know what I mean? Some people was getting beat and motherfuckers was cracking the belt like a whip, bitch. Like it wasn't no the shit was folded over. The shit was they was letting it fly, babe. So again, that's the way every time I talk about this, somebody reaches out to me and it's like, bitch, like for real. And I'm like, it's the way folks refuse to see that like children are like they're just smaller and younger people and like they're new here and like it's the way people expect children to just get information or not have phases of learning things unfortunately the hard way. And so again, the way the consequences never fit the crime, bitch, they don't fit the crime, but it's awkward. And then again, it's the ways that like when you talk about like getting beat or punished by like your mom's boyfriend, people are like, why is that man putting his hands on you? Bitch, I don't know. But again, it's the way that like my white passing mom would absolutely be empowering random black men that she was dating on and off for several years to put hands on us. And I remember she was dating kind of my little brother's father, and he would just be like dragging me to my mom to the point where my mom would just be like breaking the fourth wall and be like, he can't handle you, he can't deal with you, your mouth, like you do too much, you talk too much back to him. And the thing is, like, he was never gonna put hands on me, which I appreciated because that's just not how he was parenting. But at the same time, he was the type to try to get me beat by somebody else, bitch. And so again, it's the way that like that's what you're always dealing with, like in a household where they believe like beating children is a part of this. It's like some elder could lie on you or just be mad at you and be frustrated and be like, you know what, beat this one tonight. And it's the way that like me and my brothers always knew if one of us getting beat, it probably is two of us. And it's the way we just try to mostly prepare for that shit. But the way that you knew when you was gonna get beat, the way you just knew. And sometimes it'd be a surprise. That surprise ass whooping is crazy. Like the surprise ass was crazy. I feel like it's even crazier when you take a shower. Like that's sick. Like some of these parents are sick. They do. They do. They do. But at the same time, it's like they're arrested in development too. Like it's the way our parents won't hold that baby. You're a baby too. That's why when you get mad, you punching, you slapping, you hitting. Like you're arrested in your development. You're very young in your behavior. And yet, you're accusing me of the same shit. Let's get right together, bitch. Like, why can't you use empathy? Oh, you're operating with shame. Cool. And the ways that you as a child have to just like hold that until you get old enough to realize, oh, they was acting crazy. Oh, they was abusing me. Oh, okay. Oh, I never deserved that. oh shit. Like again, it's the way that so many elders these days are mad because motherfuckers can read that they were done bad, that they can hear that they were done bad, that people are affirming their truth. Like so many of them, like that's one thing that someone posted today on the internet that I really loved. They were like, I love when one of us shares something really vulnerable and a bunch of us start telling our stories. And I'm like, bitch, for real. Like they don't want that. They don't want that. They want to pick comment. They want to like, comment, subscribe, baby. They don't want you to really break down in the comment section and be like, actually, I have another piece to the story, another piece of the puzzle. Because again, that is what indigenous people did, bitch. They would sit around and talk to each other. Just Debs, thank you so much for being here, babes. I'm hella grateful. What you be doing on your page? Talk more, Debs. Talk more. Please. Thank you for coming through. Also, thank you so much. I literally did nothing but put coconut oil on and adjusted my titties in a particular way in this dress. Thank you so much for seeing it for me today. I appreciate you. I promise you I did the bare fucking minimum. Signed a bitch that hasn't eaten today but has drinking 2 cups of tea. Dead ass. Like literally not sure if my stomach is eating my spine yet, but we're gonna find out. But thank you for missing me. Thank you for being here. Again, if y'all start a channel, please hype yourself here. What the fuck? Like some of y'all be sitting on channels and that is crazy to me. Like, please do not sweets. Sweets. If you can't tell people what you're doing at Bella Noches, where could you go? Like that's how I feel. No, I don't like caffeine at all. Like I just drank some mint tea today and like I feel like I'm more of a tea person. Like I'll boil anything. I'll drink tea off anything, bitch. As long oh it's low, but you're happy. I hear you. No, I can't. I feel like I can never drink coffee, bitch. I'll just smoke some sativa. Like I'm just not like I just feel like coffee don't agree with my stomach. It just don't. Frappuccino is delicious though. I'll give you that. Frappuccino, my god. But is that even coffee? That's coffee and coffee accessories, bitch. Like that's definitely not coffee. But that's what I like. If you make me drink a coffee, make me go to a cafe, I'm getting a frap. I'm getting a frap or I'm getting a frap smoothie. You said coffee and weed. Here's my thing. There's other things. You know, I'm glad you said that because coffee has terpenes. That's why your high is being boosted. Let's talk about it. There is science in this food. If you're a girlie that loves lemon, you love limonene. Lemon and limonene are connected. Look into it, friends, because if you're a lemon girl, that means that you need a little bit of a sativa sometimes. Or if you're a sativa girl and you're like, damn, bitch, my plug ain't hitting me back. I don't know what the fuck's going on, make you a little lemonade, put some extra zest in it. I'm not saying it's gonna cure everything, bitch. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that part of smoking weed is taking in the terpenes. So even smelling lemon is going to give you something. Yeah, people that drink black coffee, I'm like, ooh, cowboy. Same thing for people that can just take whiskey. I could never. Give me some ginger beer and some Jameson, and I'll do something funny, but I was a Moscato hoe for the beginning of my drinking career. It just made more sense. It felt like I was, and then at some point I started putting like a shot of liquor in some water and calling it rage water. And then like I feel like at first I feel like it was party water at one shot. The more shots I add, it becomes rage water. And people will be like, bitch, I'm screaming, not you drinking a watered down motherfucking whiskey. And it's like, sweetie, but who's gonna be glowing at the end of the night? Who's gonna go to sleep and wake up and feel good? Me, bitch. Um, you said mochi. I'm crying. You like moon rocks and fruity pebbles? I hear you. I feel like moon rocks are fun. I feel like I never put them on the menu because I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's very much a you gotta like really want that shit. Like I feel like I let people tell me what the fuck they're looking for a lot of times because there's just moments where I'm like, I feel like I sell 4 things. I feel like 4 things be moving. Everything else might be a waste. But then there's moments where I'm like, bitch, some people ain't seen you yet. Post it all every time. But I be getting tired, bitch. So just putting that out there that I found like these moon rock pre-rolls called donuts, and I was like, ooh, You chase your liquor with water. Okay, we could drink together. We could definitely drink together because I'm not trying to be so drunk that I'm never doing that. I'm never no. We're not falling. We're not throwing up on nobody. Like it's not happening. Like if I ain't ate a meal beforehand, I'm probably not going to do too much. You said lemon cherry gelato or snow cap. I feel like they're both nice. I feel like my favorite weed strains are jealousy. I found this strain recently called kombucha, which guys that I like because I don't really like sativas, but it was a sativa hybrid that tasted so good, but that shit sold out so quick. It was such a fucking tragedy. Me and my client cried on the floor, bitch. We were like, bitch, now I was doing everything. Now I was getting everything done, bitch. It was a sativa hybrid that hit like a hybrid, bitch, for me at least. And for them too, I think, because again, they don't really order sativa like that. But and I was also surprised it was called kombucha. I was like, ooh, what an interesting name for weed. Ooh, ice cream cake. That's a bad bitch. Gelato 33. That's Adderall, basically, honestly. Like, look into that bitch. Um, ooh, orange creamsicle. That's a 50-50. Strawberry cough. I feel like she's straight. I feel like at this point, I like her more for flavor than anything else. She's very creative and talkative, but she's also anti-anxiety. But I feel like she's on like the lower spectrum. Like I feel like I would tell a newbie about strawberry cough. Like if you need anxiety, anti-anxiety, I feel like I'll probably tell you to do something a little. Look again, if you like anti-anxiety, but you're on medication, I feel like that would be the one because it would just give you the extra little glimmers. But if you really needed anti-anxiety, I would say jealousy because it's an indica hybrid with a sativa kick, and it's really social, but it's also really focused. So that's fun. You know what? One of my customers really love Gary Payton a lot, and so I'm always telling them about like the babies because there's like Gary Payton, Cherry Payton, Larry Payton. It's mad something Payton's honestly, but I feel like for me, Gary Payton's fun. It's a fun one. I think it's an indica hybrid that has a sativa kick as well. Uh, it's okay. Like I feel like for me, I'm mostly right now in like a trying anything phase. Like I'm really just like seeing what's out there because I got really caught up just smoking jealousy. Honestly, like I feel like that's one of my faves, and then also Super Lemon Haze. Just because again, I don't like sativa, but Super Lemon Haze is the hybrid, a sativa hybrid that has good body. But yeah, that's me. Hey, Debs, you ain't gotta smoke nothing. Yeah, no, maybe smoke some meat, maybe light some incense. Like as someone who's a smoker, like I would never tell anyone to start smoking. Like this girlie was posting about weed products, like talking about how she want to start smoking weed again, and I was like, "Sweetie, you just got braces. Like you literally just got braces put on. No." Like I don't care if she mad at me. She not mad at me. But I don't care if she would get mad. I don't care who gets mad. If you get dental work done, do not start smoking. There are other things to do to get high that don't involve your teeth. Your teeth are clearly something you're putting money into. That's the spirit that I'm coming from. Is like you're putting money into your dental work. The calculations I'm making are that you probably don't want to fuck up or receive that dental work. That's it. White runts is nice. White runts is nice. I feel like runts in general though, but rainbow runts. Ooh, for anybody who's like scared to try mushrooms, that is the strain to try to see if you can handle it because that bitch is very psychedelic, and it tastes really yummy too. It's really sweet, but it's got some like I swear you be, it's that weed that be like like some people get weed and they're like, why don't I feel anything? And it's like, well, you gotta look at what you're trying to get. Like if you want to feel something crazy, terpenoline. You want some terpenoline, like honestly, if you want to feel kind of zooty, you want terpenoline. If you want to feel pain relief, you want you definitely want a lot of myrcene. You want a lot of myrcene if you have pain. And if you want to be uplifted and not be stuck in the couch, you want a lot of limonene or beta caryophyllene. Yeah, if you want to be like zooted to the max, like you want to be fucked up, like to like from the top to the bottom, like twisted and turned. Hmm. Honestly, I feel like one of the most zootiest strains, and I'm still trying to like pick like how I should do it in order. You feel me? Because there's some stuff that I'm like, ooh. I feel like a strain that will have you high as fuck, but feeling like Christmas morning vibes, Starry Night. I don't know what it is about that strain. It tastes amazing. Like, bitch, I don't know how they made it taste like Baja Blast, like blueberries and cream. I don't know how they did that. But the Starry Night strain, bad bitch. But again, it's very strong. It's also very expensive. Like I feel like out of all the weed I be buying, like I feel like I don't buy that shit that often to be real with you because it is high. And most recently they're trying to like make it cheaper, but I'm like, girl, keep coming down. Keep coming down, bitch. But it is a bad bitch. So I feel kind of shady because it's like I know why it's high, bitch, because it's good as hell. It's very much antidepressive as fuck. And again, if you're a stoner who like needs to get high as fuck, like you need to feel it. It's one of those strains where you feel it, but you're also feeling bomb. You said you feel high in life. I love to hear that. You better. I love that. I feel like I started smoking because like I just did it with my boyfriend, and then at some point he got mad because I started ruling my own shit and started having my own habit. Like he was cool with me when I was an accessory to his habit. As soon as I started having my own little habit, he like, what the fuck? He was getting mad as shit. He's like, bitch. And honestly, I'm messy with the ashes, so I understand. Like I definitely knocked over an ashtray or two. And he was more of a bowl person. And I feel like the bowl people be so fucking mad at a rollie. It's like, how could you be mad? Like I get it, you gotta pay for the papers. I get it. But I ain't carrying no fucking pipe with me, ho. Like, I'm not doing it. No shade. No shade. I'm not doing it. Like I feel like I don't even want a bong, bitch. Like I'm good. I want a rollie. I wanna that's what I want. I'm crying. Uh yes. Tell us more. Yeah, why did you take a break? I definitely don't do backwoods. No shade against backwoods smokers, but I feel like blunts. I fell out of love with blunts early. I feel like it was partly the price point with how much I smoke, but also it felt like, if I'm being candid, I only started smoking blunts because this girlie that lived near me. Oh my god, this is actually a crazy story. I can't even tell you the story. Whew. I'll just say that I knew somebody who used to smoke blunts, and they used to hit me up. Like when I lived with my mom, she used to text me and be like, "You got 5?" And basically, like we would both put $5 together and put 10 on a sack, and we would smoke together. And it's funny as hell because like I smoked, but like my mom's a crackhead. She's not gonna help me get weed. It's unfortunate. And my brother's a pothead, but he hates me. So I can't even be like, hey brother, let's smoke. He do not want to smoke with me, bitch. And then my youngest brother, hmm, yeah, I just feel like I'm gonna just move on. You feel me? Because I don't want to go. I don't want to do too much. But I'll just say that, like for the most part, nobody was about to share shit with me, and she was hitting me up. But she had a crush on my brother. That's why I don't want to tell the story too much because it was very much like older lady creep vibes, and I didn't know she was a creep. So she really started get to talking, and I was like, damn. I think she thought like being friends with me would make her get close to my brother. But I'm like, bitch, this man hate me. Like you even smoking this blunt with me, bitch. It's ruining your chances. Like it's ruining your chances, bitch. Like he hate my guts. But again, it's the way that like I don't know. You ever just see somebody else's story differently now? Cause it's like there were times where I used to think after I left my mom's house that like I was so jealous because my mom was like teaching my brother to drive and like really like I feel like him learning how to drive means that she needed him. She needed him to drive her places and go do stuff for her, right? So it's the ways that I assumed she was loving him more. But in retrospect, I'm like, well, you were using the fuck out of him and I ran away. Like, and it's the way that like I ran away and I have to hold that as part of my privilege. Like I had the privilege to run away. Like I had the opportunity to run away. My brother never did. Fruit fly, you better not embarrass me, ho. Go find you a plate or something. Go find you an old cup. Um, Not the student. I'm screaming. Not roll all your troubles. Yeah, no, my partner who got me smoking weed, he definitely was disgusted with my weed use. Like he was not feeling it. He was like, bitch. And then when I came back from New Orleans, I was definitely like super high a lot. and he could not handle my addiction at that point. And I'm gonna be super candid. Like, he smoked bowls. Like, when you smoke a bowl, you're an old timer smoker. I'm not trying to be mean, but if you smoke bowls, even if you smoke bongs, like, you're taking your time with it. You're taking breaks. If a bitch lights some shit up, we're smoking it to the end, bitch. We're going down with this shit. So I'm saying, like, the ways that you choose to smoke does change how you could become more addicted to it. Rolling up, you can't roll up everywhere, but if you can, they can't stop you, bitch. And so with that being said, it's the way that, like, depending on where you are, depending on what's allowed, depending on what you have access to, you will do more or less. But I also want to be candid. I feel like I also smoke for like a level of just like disassociation, because bitch, I be thinking about a lot of things. And even though I'm grateful I get to share with you here, I can't share it all. A lot of this shit is wild. And a lot of this shit, I feel like I'm trying to just make sense of it all my damn self, and before I even come up over here. But also, like, as like a third thing, I'm just like in a point where I'm realizing, and I know it's gonna sound morbid, and I mean this with like no morbidity, but that doesn't matter. But like, bitch, like, we really do not know. Like, when is our last day? And I know some people don't want to hear shit like that. I know, but we don't know when our last day is. And so I'm really just in the mindset of like, every day I'm going to just try to like live as much as I can. I'm gonna try to say as much as I can. I'm gonna try to be as engaged as I can, and I'm gonna really try to know my limits as well as much as I can, because there's times where you don't really have anything to offer. You can't give too much. But there's times where you actually have a lot to offer. And so I'm trying to just remember, like, every day, I don't know how much energy I got to do it all, bitch, but I'm going to try to do something every day. Because again, we really have no idea when this shit's going to stop, when the juke joint going to get closed down, bitch. Like, we don't know. And I feel like that was my biggest takeaway from Sinners, is that white supremacy be really having you think you could plan shit. That's what I took. That's what I took from the movie. Is you think you could plan things. You think you could plan things. And there's a part of me that feels like one of the brothers was like, let's get ourselves together. Like, let's try to, and the other brother was like, no, we don't got time for that shit. You gotta get shit popping now. And honestly, the way that the motherfucking vampire was vampiring, oof. And then also the way that they showed us that the vampires can walk in the sunlight. Like, the way that they showed us that they had evolved, that they had figured out how to be amongst us, that they didn't have to hide out no more. That they didn't have to hide. Even like the fucking clan robe, like, being tucked in the back, but out for everyone to see if they looked in the damn door. Like, it's the way they didn't have to hide it no more. They get to be it. I mean, hear me out. I feel like for the people that want to stop smoking as much weed, I actually think I have an idea, and I'm just gonna share it with you. I feel like for the people that feel like they smoke too much weed, and I'm not gonna do this because I don't feel like I smoke too much weed. I feel like I smoke enough for me. I feel like there are definitely times where I overdo it, and there's definitely times where I underdo it, and I'm sad, and I'm like, damn, I ain't smoking enough weed today. But when I'm on camera with y'all, it's very easy to get high as hell and talk more and more and more. But I feel like we're at almost like 2 hours. We've been here for almost 2 hours, friends. So I think it might make sense to go and do a wellness check. I'm about to go re-up on my drink. I'm not leaving. I'm just trying to offer that, like, folks might want to get some water or use the bathroom. Wait. You said, and like I said, if you think that you're smoking too much weed and you want to smoke less, I do think that there's things that you can do. Like, one of the things I think you can do is you can start to put your weed in a pill dispenser and just start to portion it out. Like, if you know that you said every 2 weeks you smoking half an ounce, you could put a gram in the Monday, and then if you're able to not smoke at all, you have extra for Tuesday. I'm not saying it always worked, but when I didn't have access to plant medicine like I do now, I definitely was like, okay, we got to make this shit last. And so by portioning it out, I was able to make my shit last me throughout the week and not have to be dying out here. At this point, I smoke definitely more than a gram per day. So I don't want to make it seem like everybody can do that. But another thing is there's something called RSO, which is Rick Simpson oil. It's unfortunate that it's called that because I truly believe indigenous people knew about this shit, but who was listening to them talk about cooking weed? You feel me? So with that being said, it's basically weed that's been baked for a bit in the oven to decarb it. And then once it was baked for a bit, meaning once it has fire, because think about it, when you smoke weed, until you smell, like until you add the fire, nothing is happening. That's why if you ate a weed nugget, you would be okay because nothing changed it. Nothing decarbed it. So when I light this and the fire hits it, it's turning it into weed, or rather it's allowing the chemical reaction or the process to happen. It's like if someone ate a crack rock. That's not going to do anything, but when you add heat to it, that's when you're able to change the bonds. You're able to change what's happening so that it becomes bioavailable. So just keep that in mind. So getting back to RSL, you're cooking the weed. I don't have the times and measurements. I'm gonna be real. I've never done this before. I have a crock pot. I could do it. I got some booty ass weed. I was thinking about making like a salve with. Um, I'll get back to you, bitch, because it has seeds in it. And if your weed got seeds in it, it means the plant was scared it was going to die. And so usually a lot of the THC drops at that point. And so I'm really not sure how strong the weed really is. But, you know, I tried to fuck with somebody new and they gave me some booty shit. I didn't want to throw it out. So to be continued, bitch. I'm gonna see. And if anybody has some pain and want to see if this shit work, please hit me up because by cooking it, you actually turn it into like when you cook weed, depending on how long you cook it, you turn it into indica automatically. Like even if you like, I want to say, as far as I know, there may be a way to decarb sativa at a certain temperature to maintain the sativa quality. I'm sure there is, but for the most part, the longer you cook this shit down, the more indica it gets. And so you can put it on your body for pain relief, but you can also put it in your belly button for anti-anxiety, anti-depression. You can eat it and it will give you a high, but I personally feel like when you put it on your body, it's going right to the bone, it's going right to the source. And I have used some before on my body. Like I had this pimple on my breast, and I remember I just left it alone for a long time. And when it finally popped, there was like a hole in my breast, like not like there was another layer of skin underneath, but like there was no scab forming. It was kind of scary. So I put RSL on it, and it's been healing. But it's wild how like I watched it for a while, just kind of sit there, and I was like, bitch. I was like, sweetie, if you're cancer, I'm gonna fuck your ass up. And so far, my titty's still doing good, but I'm gonna be going for a mammogram this motherfucking summer because I ain't playing no games, bitch. Hell no. I like her. Me and her is cool. And yes, I did scratch my armpit, bitch. You know your armpits be scratching sometimes. You know you be itching sometimes in your armpit. You know you too. And some of y'all be smelling it too. Me too sometimes, bitch. You wanna check, honestly. Like sometimes. I'm not trying to play. But sometimes. It does activate it. You said the smell of weed still turns on my spidey senses. I just don't got the feeling of needing to smoke, which shows me it was an addiction. I mean, word. Here's my thing. If you don't feel like you need to smoke, that's great. Like I feel like there are so many people who there's a bee in my house and I want to get her out, but bitch, I'm scared. And I know that sounds really dramatic, but I tried to get her out before, but then she has survived like me trying to like capture her. And now I don't think she trusts me anymore, but she's keeping her distance from me, which I appreciate. But she definitely trying to get out of here. I don't know how the fuck she got in. There's a part of me that feels like there must be a hole in this window. There must be a hole because she keeps on like going around the perimeter of the window trying to find the opening. And it's like, bitch, how did you get in here? Like, I don't think she flew in. And there's a bee on the other side of the window that seems like her man. And I'm scared at this point because if I bring her outside, I don't want him to get me. It's a lot. It's a saga, bitch. Honestly, it's a lot going on. But yeah, I got a bee situation happening in my life. Um, Dane's scared too, bitch. We both scared. But again, I feel like we have to just get strong. Like, it's just a beast thing, you know? It's just a beast thing. This isn't my girl. We're not gonna get stung and die. Like, we're gonna survive it. I'm sorry, I'm scared, bitch. It's wild. Take the bugs outside. Honestly, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard because I like literally tried to kill an ant the other day and I wanted to throw up because I was like, why did I do that? Like, he didn't do anything wrong. He did nothing wrong. Like, that's one thing I really hate about being a human is like you gotta really be mindful because like I just feel like there's just a part of me that knows that they know. Like, they know this shit don't make no fucking sense. And again, it's the way that I know some people are like, oh, you be on drugs. Yeah, bitch, I do. From the earth. Like, that's another part of this. It's like, I truly believe, like, we fucking soca, excuse me, coca, fucking, peyote, fucking morning glories. Like, there's just so many things that I believe the earth has put here to help us navigate this shit and the dangers it already got. Like, that's really where I'm at. Like, I truly believe that like all this plant medicine is to try to keep us, just aware of it. And so I feel like that's why, like, at this point, mm-mm-mm. Like, at this point, it's like it's so wild to say this, but like I feel like I've never been a fighter, but I really don't think I could really hurt anybody physically without like feeling like hurt. And it's like it sucks. Because like there's moments where I'm like, damn, I wanna be. And it's like I'm not that person. I'm just not that person. And again, it's the way that I've made peace with the fact that if it comes down to it, if it comes down to like having to do something, maybe I will have an out of body experience, like an out of mind experience, and know how to do what I need to do. But it's the way that some of us aren't gonna be fighters, bitch. We're just not. Some of us are the poets, the philosophers, we're the bitches that know how to make enough food for every fucking body. But not everybody gonna be fighting. Aleo, thank you for sharing that story about your partner. That's super sweet. Thank you. Yes, it's the same bee. The same bee. You gotta keep a strong mind when doing them. I used to want to make rational decisions. I mean, I feel like that's what a lot of decisions that are offered to us that are fucking wild. Like I'm trying to just hold space for the fact that like I think drugs can kind of manipulate you into thinking that like you're in control, and like I think that's like part of like doing drugs while in captivity. Like I think that's like part of like bad trips is like it was just an escape. And some people aren't even escaping into something fun or good, which is unfortunate. Like I haven't had many bad trips before, but I definitely do consider like I feel like again it's because like and this is gonna sound like some fourth wall shit, but it's like I know that white supremacy may mistake me for like a belligerent like beast if I'm ever like not regulated. And so it's the ways that like I'll never do any drug that will have me out here like spiraling, like no God. And again, it's not to say that you can't have a bad trip and feel like spiraling, but like it's the way that like there's just some experiences that I just won't put myself in the midst of because again, it's the way that like like let you be having a psychotic break, bitch, and be a fat bitch, a big fat bitch, and be not white. Again, it's the way that when I woke up from my seizure and I saw all the people around the gurney carrying me out of my home, I literally like almost like lost my shit because in my mind I'm like, they're taking me to a loony bin. They're taking me, and I know that that's the wrong wording, but I'm like, they're taking me to a hospital. Like, I'm like, it must have happened. I must have snapped. Like, I didn't think that it was like some sort of like, in retrospect, I think it was like some insulin resistance shit where like I had made this, like, bitch, you ever just put too much motherfucking flour in the roux? Sweetie, sweetie, sweetie. So yeah, that's what I believe happened because ain't nobody want to give me no fucking no health information for free, bitch. They were just like, you had a seizure. Any more information, bitch? You want to give me some more? So again, I had to really do a backwards check on what was happening before I had went to sleep. And it's the way that I didn't cook the roux all the way. And I think the uncooked flour in my stomach acids, I think I was also extremely dehydrated. We're gonna say that's why I had a seizure. That's what I'm deciding at this point. So I've been making sure to have a grapefruit every motherfucking day for any bitches that are on heart medication. I think the grapefruit can fuck with it, so just a PS on that. But I remember reading that grapefruit can help you from not having to go on heart medication. And so I've been just trying to pay attention to shit like that. So again, if you have access to a grapefruit, I hope you get some. It's been really refreshing to eat that shit. Um Word, I appreciate you. Listen, I just be yapping. I'm just a yapper. I just was, I was one of those kids that got beat, so now I talk and tell all my family's business. That's who I am. I'm the child who got away from the abusers, and I talk about it. Like I live to tell about how abuse is crazy. Damn, I feel bad for this bee because I know they miss being outside, but I know they're high. At least I'm smoking them out. You know what I mean? Like it's a little something, little anti-anxiety. It's gonna be okay, girl. Just get real high and fall asleep so I can put you outside because you acting real aggy right now. And I understand like why. Like I don't want to be like ahistorical. Like obviously you're trapped and you're getting high against your will. So maybe it's poison. I don't know, girl. I don't know your full story, but I hope you can understand what I'm saying. I don't speak B. I'm sorry, girl. It's crazy because she really is like mad. You can tell. You can tell by her walking. She's like, how the fuck do I get up out of here? It smells like bunk in here. Like you can tell she's sick. Yeah, you hear her? That's why I'm not fucking with her right now. I'm waiting until she falls asleep. I'm not getting stung, bitch. I low key have an irrational fear of getting stung by bees because I got stung one time, and it's just like it's the way that they sting you, and it's so whack. Like really, bitch, that's it. Like come at me again, and they can't. Now you're dead. That sucks. Like I don't even get a fair one. Like I don't even want to stomp on you in the end. In the end, I'm just looking at you. I'm just dragging you. Yes, I dragged a bee for no reason outside of the summer lunches program one year. Yes, I did. I don't care. It died. I couldn't get my lick back. It didn't feel right to stomp on it. It already stomped on me. Yeah, bitch. Thank you. Thank you. You've seen people pass out from getting stung. And I feel like that's the thing, like the stinging. Like the bee don't know how strong it is. Not a wasp. Oh my god. And see, I can't tell if she got a stinger. Like I think she might just be a honeybee. That's why I'm really feeling terrible. Cause I'm like, don't they not sting? But I think they bite, right? I think they bite. That's why I'm leaving her alone. Cause I'm like, I can't really see if you got a sharp booty. I can't tell for real. But also, like, I heard that bees bite. Like, bitch, one time I was in Girl Scout camp. Bitch, this shit was messy. I went to Girl Scout camp one year. Oh, bitch, that shit was silly. And I remember there was one white bitch who was like from a different country, but she was still a white bitch. But the way that the white bitches from America was trying to like make it seem like this bitch not like them, and I was like, oh, okay, that's fascinating. I was like, I didn't know there was different whites. Okay, and so unrelated to that, like one night, a bunch of bitches was going on a fucking like we just brought our flashlights and was just playing like flashlight tag, I think in the dark and having a good time. And one of the girlies had hit a fucking wasp nest and bitches started running. Now I'm gonna be real with you. I was in the common hall eating ice cream, but all this shit was going down. Because somehow I want to say it was two groups. It was the fat bitches and the bitches that was wanting to play fucking flashlight tag, and that was fine with us. We were like, we'll catch up later because at this point we had realized the mess hall was still unlocked, and it's like, bitch, we know where the ice cream is at. So we went to get some fucking ice cream. Next thing I know, all I hear is bitches screaming. All I hear is bitches screaming, running, and we eating ice cream. Like we're not checking on these girls. Like we're just eating ice cream, just minding our business. All of a sudden, bitches run up in the motherfucking mess hall, talking about we're being attacked, and we're like, what? And sweetie, it's the way some of the bees were still in their clothes. Like, but it was like It was like white bees, bitch. I ain't never seen a bee that was white before. It was like white fucking hornets or some shit. And they were biting them, bitch. They weren't stinging them at all. It was biting. Like they were still alive, biting on bitches. I was like, bro. I stayed away. As soon as it was identified there was something going on, I went the other way, bitch. I went to the bathroom for a long time, bitch. I took a long pee. I was like, I'm not a part of this, bitch. I can't be getting stung or bit or nothing like that. That's crazy. But that shit was wild, bitch. That Girl Scout camp situation was wild. Man, I used to love going to camp when I was a kid. See, and there's another part of me that's like, maybe she trying to look for a place to start building something, you know? I'm probably just high though. She's probably not gonna build nothing. Um, the stinging bugs in general. I feel like mosquitoes are. I feel like the worst bug is the mosquito. I feel like I could tolerate the rest. I feel like the bed bug and the mosquito are both. No, I feel like bed bug is worse. Let me not, because I had bed bugs one time, bitch, and that shit was hell. Oh my god, like especially, bitch, if you're not white and you get bed bugs, I am so sorry in advance. I am so sorry in advance. I am so sorry in advance, because the shit you gotta do to get them motherfuckers out is anti-black. It really is. It's very much like you have to put dust around your house. You have to become ashy to kill them. I'm telling, bitch, I know people don't want to hear this. I know, bitch, I'm telling you the truth. Like, you have to become extreme. Bitch, and you become a level of ash that is unrecognizable to the human motherfucking genome project. Like, dead ass. Like, I'm telling you, the level of ash I experienced trying to eradicate bed bugs. I can't even speak. And you know I love to talk. I can't even, bitch, it's a look into the distance. I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm gone, bitch. I never been that dry in my life. I never, like, bitch, it's so scary. Like, that motherfucking diatomaceous earth. Ooh. Every droplet of water, bitch, snatched out the atmosphere. Cause that's how you gotta kill them. You gotta kill them with dust, bitch. They need ashiness to die. Isn't that sick? They need ash. I think that if somebody black want to date somebody white, they should live their life. That's what I think. I think I'm gonna just mind my business and let people do what they do. Like as I said, somebody earlier was talking about something. I don't like to see people of color date white people. I'm like, why don't you worry about the decolonization of your own dick? Like it's very easy to mind our business and mind our own dicks and pussies and bussies and budussies. It's very much free. It costs no money. Isn't that beautiful in this economy? That's how I feel. Because I've noticed people are really going in on black women for dating out, and it's awkward because it's like, those who get it. But it's the way people, it's just the way people are looking at black women right now for dating out, and it's just like, girl, y'all got bigger fish to fry, motherfucking big tunas to fry, bitch, whales to fry. Jesus, what's bigger than a whale, bitch? Tell me now, because they gotta fry that too. But again, if some black folk are mad at you, what, like I don't even understand what you're talking about. Like there are some black folk that don't want to date white people. That's fine. Leave them alone. It's not a gotcha. You're not gonna get me to you not. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Leave black people alone. That's period. Okay. If you're not a black person, if you are a black person, leave them alone. Like at this point, because it's giving that like you really want people to be able to date out, and you don't want people to be able to not date out. Who cares? It's not you, right? But don't do that. Like leave people alone. If people want to date somebody that doesn't look like them, that is just fine. That's just fine. I'm never gonna be on that type of time talking about everybody gotta date everybody who look like them. I'm not gonna be on that. Because again, it's the way that I'm listening to black women, and a lot of them are responding to the ways that black men have harmed them. Unfortunately. There are a lot of black men who openly tell me that they want to date mixed women and white women. They do. So yeah, we're not going to play this game here. There are so many reasons why people date people who are non-black. There are many reasons why black people date out. We can talk about it another time. We could, but not today. Definitely not today. And if we do talk about it, I'm going to talk about my experiences as a mixed person dating white people. I'll talk about it. I'll talk about why I did it and why I'm not doing it as much. I will talk about it. I'll talk about why I'm doing it strategically versus before. I will. But we're never going to make it seem like black folks dating out is a problem, just like we're never going to make it seem like black folks dating other black folks is a problem. It's fine. Like black folks have autonomy, they're free. Let's remember that. We have to remember that they're free, not them. So keep that in mind, friend. Exactly. That's the thing too, Aleo. The data doesn't even back up what they're saying, but we have to consider why the conversation is going towards black women. We just have to hold that. And again, there are people every race dating every motherfucking race, and nobody cares. But people do expect black people to want to create more black more black people. And when I say people, I mean outsiders, and I feel like there are outsiders who are vested in that. Because again, once people mix race, or once people start mixing races, it becomes incredibly harder to be anti-black, especially when the mixed people who you're saying are one drop ruled in are standing in solidarity with the most marginalized. It becomes harder to make everybody white in the way that they want. Because that's the whole point of the one drop rule, is to make people want to perform whiteness, rising to the fraction of whiteness in their line. It's about trying to get them away from blackness by acknowledging that it's there. What's the point of telling somebody who has 1/16 black ancestry that they are a quintaroon? What's the point of that? What's the point? Because you want them to constantly be thinking about themselves as an other. You want them to do things to affirm what? Their whiteness. Again, I see clearly more and more the more I listen to black folk, and the more that I also listen to mixed people telling ourselves. And so I'm hoping that folks just hold that there's layers to this conversation, that like there are going to be people who date, non-black people um because they hate themselves. There's going to be people who are scared of their child experiencing anti-blackness. Like that's a layer to this that people don't ever want to talk about. That like some people's behavior is based on degradation and shame. Some people will really go out of their way to put on an entire outfit and completely change how they're being perceived for others to look at them. We live in the colonizer's gaze. We live in the colonizer's imagination. We are living in a dream of a white person. Like that is what I'm trying to offer. And so what will some people do to fit into the dream? What will some people do to fit into the nightmare? What will people do to be a part of it in a way that makes them feel like they can take their power back? Consider that. Like I'm not trying to say we don't gotta motherfucking see shit for what it is, but we also have to be nuanced in how we got here and how people are operating right now. It's awkward. Okay, no, I read that part. Again, I know some people don't want to talk about that. Not did someone get died. Here's the thing. I feel like I told y'all one time, this is gonna sound crazy, and this is a true story, like trigger warning for death. But I knew a woman who had a son who died because roaches ate him. I know that sounds crazy, but they had roaches real bad to the point where my mom did not like going over to this lady's house. We would always kick it with her outside at the beach or some shit, dead ass. 'Cause my mom was like, I don't want roaches. And one day, like her son was just in the hospital, and she had told us like roaches had crawled into his motherfucking mouth, into his ears, and was eating on him. Sweetie, a baby, like in a fucking in a like bitch. Like a baby sleeping in a bassinet getting ate up by roaches. I literally will never forget that in my life. So I just want to put it out there that like we're all wild, but when people have roaches, it's not just them eating the food. It's not just them eating the food. I hate to say that, but a lot of these bugs do bite on people, do eat on people. It's unfortunate, but roaches bite. Roaches will bite you. them little German ones, they will eat people. Like, I know people don't think about that, but the roaches have been here for how long? What you think they was eating, bitch? You think they was just eating little shit? Fuck no. They would eat a whole bitch. Like, we gotta just consider there's a reason why like we hold a standard of cleanliness around bugs. There's a reason why there's all these bug killers. Cause baby, the wrong bug will fuck you up. Like, swear, I'm telling you, when I had bed bugs, I experienced a level of depression and isolation that I would not wish upon anybody, bitch. And I got a couple things to wish on bitches, but I wouldn't wish that upon nobody because it's the way that once you know you have bed bugs, bitch, you feel terrified to leave your house. The DoorDash orders you gotta make, the ways that you gotta meet people outside because you ain't trying to give them no fucking bugs. Again, it's the way I was trapped in that house for fucking 2 months trying to kill these motherfuckers. And we caught them on the couch and moved into the bedroom and decided to try to like make a fortress of the bedroom, like basically try to keep them out in the living room. And so for like months we were just in a bedroom. Well, yeah, for 2 months we were in a one bedroom, and it was a one bedroom apartment already, bitch. So we ain't had no living room. We just in a bed. And again, at some point we started noticing them trying to travel. Like, we started seeing pathways of them trying to find us because they can smell your breath. Like, they're following the carbon dioxide or whatever the fuck. It was one of the most vicious bug attacks I've ever been a part of, bitch. And I've not been a part of many. But the bed bug trails from the couch where they were infested coming into the bedroom shook me to my fucking core. Because again, it's the way I'm living in a bedroom. The dust is everywhere, bitch. The dust is everywhere because we know where they're living at. At first, we're thinking that we're getting bit by a mosquito or some shit. But we're like, bitch, it's motherfucking October. October, November, bitch, stuck in a bedroom. Oh, that shit was hard, bitch. It was so hard. And I was so fucking lonely. I was so sad. And my partner kept going to work. And it's crazy because it's like, bitch. Like, sweetie, it is again, it's the way that I'm sure some of them fucking bugs was in his shoe or some shit and got off the trail, got off the shoe, jumped off the shoe. Like, sweetie, bed bugs are not a game. And again, you have to put dust around your house. And if it gets in your lungs, like that, like you need to be wearing a mask in your house. You think he's wearing a mask in the house? No. You need to be having gloves, all types of protective. No. Our whole skin was looking crazy. Like, bitch, honestly, like the way this shit dries your body. And again, I'm just trying to like not get bit by bugs. I'm trying to make it work out. Like, again, I just didn't have enough information. I really didn't know how to handle it. So it was very much a situation where I just felt like trapped with these bugs in this apartment. And it's like, what can you do? Nothing but like keep on, cleaning things, keep on checking for the dead, vacuuming. Like, you're literally putting dust on all your shit and then vacuuming all your shit. Dust, vacuum for weeks. If you're lucky. I'm grateful it was a small building, but it was one of those small old buildings, a lot of old people with old shit. And so, my ex was a hoarder at the time, but it wasn't so bad that we couldn't walk around and shit. But there were some people in there that I'm pretty sure that's why we kept getting hit. Because like I said, like they was in the couch and then they started trying to migrate because they realized the couch was unsafe. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. Again, it's the way that like I know if I ever get bed bugs again, like I know what to do now and I'm grateful. And if anybody ever has bed bugs or is scared, please reach out to me. I will give you all the information you need because again, it is scary because you kind of feel like they're your bugs. And you gotta take care of it. Because again, it's the way that I would be in the house all day. Like, and my partner's going to work and that don't matter. That do not matter. Like, them bugs are probably going with his ass, but all I could do was try to get him out the couch because they had burrowed in the couch bad. And they were trying to get to the bed. Had to buy a cover for the bed. There's bed bug covers, bitch, just so you know. They're so nasty too. They're so nasty. And it's multiple bites. They don't just bite one time. They're feeding on you multiple times. Yeah, no. I'm not a big bug person, but I know they still deserve to live and do their thing, I'm one of those. Like, it's like I'm not. It's like I'll really rescue a bug just so that we in the right order. Because it's like, bitch, I know I can help you. Like that's my thought process. It's like I know when this bee go to sleep, I'm gonna try to help her, but I can't help her right now. We would not have a good communication. Like if I would try to get at her, she'd be like, bitch. Yeah, she's very angry still. I didn't realize that, but yeah, no, they stain because when they bite, there's like blood trails. Like that's how you find them too. You find blood spots, little droplets of blood and shit. Damn, I'm trying to think. Ooh, bitch, I made pizza yesterday. That shit came out good as hell. Ooh, I made baked mac and cheese. Ooh, bitch, that's what I'm about to eat. Bitch, guess what? Okay, I made the most delicious greens yesterday. I ain't got no collards, bitch, and I'm gonna be real with you. I feel like collard greens take a long ass time to make. I'm gonna make kale every time at this point because it's the way I put a piece of bacon in the kale. And before I even got to the kale, bitch, I took the bacon and I put a mango seed, and this is another random ass little aside. But whenever you cut up your fruit, save the tops of your strawberries, save your pineapple core, save your mango seed. You can use those to flavor and sweeten a lot of stuff. You can throw them in a big jar of sugar and make a syrup. You can do a lot of things with them. So I save my mango seeds because I'll put them in a water with like some sazon, maybe a rosemary leaf or a sprig or whatever the fuck, maybe like a lemon. Who knows? Like I'll just throw a bunch of shit together, make a savory, sweet, salty brine kind of thing. Throw my bacon in there. Once my bacon starts to look a little, a little wiggly jiggly, that's when I put it in the broiler. Let that shit crisp up. I'm telling you, bitch, delish. I put molasses in this one this time, and it was molasses, sazon, rosemary, I think some roasted garlic, and a mango seed. And then from there, I put the kale into the bacon water because the water that came off the bacon, I poured that because it got fat in it. There's a lot of fat in there. There's flavor in there, sweetness in there, and I poured that into the greens. Cooked the greens down for a bit. Then, while I was cooking the greens down, there was a lot of juice from the greens, and so I poured some of that into the roux I made, which is just like butter and flour basically. But I basically poured the flour in after because I'm like, there's bacon fat in there. And then I added some butter to it because why not? And then I made a little roux. From there, I made a little cheese sauce. From there, I put in all my noodles. And then I put a bunch of like, regular cheese on top. Mixed it. Well, I mixed it and then I did the cheese. Put that under the broiler. Ooh, bitch, I'm gonna show you it. It looks so beautiful. And there's some there. I didn't put all the kale in it because I didn't want it to be like a kale mac and cheese. But bitch, look how they cut me. They're like, this bitch talking too much about soul food. It's some sickos. It's some sickos. But yeah, bitch, this the way I just got hungry talking to y'all. It's the way I just made myself so hungry. So me and you, we're gonna go heat up some mac and cheese. And I'm trying to think about the easiest way to do this so that I can not dry it out and also not overcook the noodles. But bitch, wait till I show you my mac and cheese. Like bitch. Big mama your arm, right? Bitch. Yeah, bitch, I took a little bit out here. I did. Cause it was looking so good. But bitch, my big mac and cheese look good as fuck, don't it? Yes. And I cooked the noodles in the bacon water too, bitch. Cause I was like, why not? Who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna stop me? Nobody. I'm also trying to make sure y'all can't see my booty meat when I turn around. So that's also part of this. Let me see. I think I'm gonna go with a Bain Marie, bitch. That's what I'm gonna go for. So what we're gonna do, I have some leftover water in a pot. This is just for the bitches that want to heat shit up, but you don't want to fuck it up. Water in a pot, another bowl, literally whatever the fuck you want to eat. It's gonna steam it. It's gonna warm it. You're gonna put a lid on top of it. It's like a microwave for the stove, bitches. Trust me. If you ain't got no microwave, you ain't got nothing to heat it up with, this is easier than trying to butter up some fucking pans. I'm telling you. Yeah, it's like this. I'm so strong, bitch. Yes. Ooh, bitch, you can see the kale in it. I love that. So yeah, let me put that chunk in there for me. I'm gonna leave this out because I already know when Dane wake up, he's gonna want some bitch, and I'd rather just be room sound. So it's gonna be easier to heat up. This is the lid for this pot. Perfect. Look at that. And it's called a Bain Marie. I know some people might think a Bain Marie don't gotta be heated, but whatever. I guess this is like maybe like closed steaming or something. But I know for some people a Bain Marie is like you pour the hot water in and let something set. But I feel like I don't know. Bain Marie inspired heating technique. And then I put it on like a 5 or a 6. I don't let it. I make sure the water's not too high because if the water's too high, it's gonna bubble and then your shit's gonna get wet. But yeah, I feel like okay, it's 2:30. I feel like by 3 o'clock it should be good, but I'm gonna definitely check on it by like 2:45. But yeah, just for anybody out there that wants to maintain the integrity of something that's cold, and you're like, "Bitch, I don't want to put it in the oven." I could have put it in the oven though. I could have really put it in the oven, but my oven is small, so it really gets way too hot. Like when it says 400 something, it's probably 6 or some shit. Like it's very much too hot. So, ooh, I just remembered that Dean got me some ginger water. Let's go drink that shit. But yeah, I'm not sure if the I'm not sure if the comment section is reset or not. I'm not sure. But if so, that's okay. I feel like I'm really complete. I'm about to go eat this food. And I hope folks take care of themselves. I'm hoping that we can do a centers chat by next week. Oh, bet. Awesome, thank you. But yeah, I'm hoping we can do a centers chat by next week. For anybody out there that, again, may or may not have seen it yet. I'm trying to take my time because there's just so much to say. I don't know. I'm grateful. But it's hard. It's been really hard not to talk about this movie in its entirety but I feel like with that being said, I think what I'll do is I'm just gonna go watch it again and sit with it because I tried to watch Handmaid's Tale recently. And it's the way that we are in this. It's the way we've been in it. And it's just like it's watching it is just so bizarre. Cause it's like it's the way that like the white women are behaving just the way. And again, it's like it's wild. I remember watching it thinking this couldn't happen. It was already happening. Like it's the way that like I literally started doing some research and like all of the signs have been here. There have been so many inappropriate uses of power by the government in the past fucking 10 years. And there was like, and again, we can use Trump as an example, but he's not alone. And it's the way that like, yes, he is worse, but it's like, that's the thing. That's the thing. It's like even a little bit is bad. You feel me? But if we're looking for who's the worst, well, then we could talk about anything, can't we? And again, that's the thing. We're talking about who is being the worst. Anyways, I appreciate folks for listening to me for a long periodical time. I'm going to also make this one private. Again, I'm only doing that because some people do come back to watch the lives and they have not seen the movie. And I don't want to spoil them. And I feel like I am spoiling in ways. I'm trying to be ambiguous, but it's still happening. So with that being said, there's 3 lives at this point that are hidden, but they're only going to be hidden until June because I really don't know when the hell we're going to get to it. If we're able to get to the centers conversation before June, I'll release them for sure. But if we can't, I'm trying to be mindful because again, I know some people really want to watch the movie and some people really can only go to a movie on the weekend. Like capitalism is real, y'all. Like not everybody can go and drop and go. Like that's part of this. That's part of the conversation. That's also part of the movie. You feel me? Like a lot of people have to be persuaded away from what they was already doing to make money. I want y'all to consider that everything was possible. Everything that was possible in that movie happened because people was like, okay, well, we're gonna go over here. How easy is that for anybody to do? Who has come to you with a liberating opportunity? Just consider that, before you be mean to yourself. Like, just consider, like, it's not your fault, bitch. We're living in captivity. But anyways, I thank y'all for listening to me. Thank y'all for holding space for me. Thank y'all for looking at my titties for this long. Just appreciate you. We'll talk soon.